Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. It's a tense game, I must say, a game which we need to win. There's no second thought. We need to win this game. Lose this game in the title race for me. It's very difficult. It's almost gone because we have been in this situation in the past. Remembering that 2000, always keep referring back to it because that is the season which really shows you how, even though you can be in the driver's position for almost two-thirds of the season and still go on and lose the league when a team has that burst of momentum in the last leg. The Premier League is almost like a marathon where there are sprinters, where there are runners who give all of their energy in the first two-third, in the first three-fourth, and they're not able to run fast in the last one-third. And there are runners who conserve their energy and really start picking up momentum in that last one-third of the race. And I guess that is what we need to be wary of, especially about Liverpool. They're picking up momentum now more than ever. So that 2018-19 season, what happened in that season? City were what we were 7 points off Liverpool at the start of February, and we had even played them by then. We had won against them in January and lost against Newcastle, so basically nullifying that result, right? So we didn't have them to play, and we had played them twice, and still we were what, 7 points of the top of the table of Liverpool. So and yet, but after and yet by the 1st of March, we were 1 point clear of Liverpool. So crazy things can happen in this title race, and once someone goes top in that months of March, April, it's really difficult to stop them. It's almost close to impossible to stop them. So we need to be really wary of these things. I think Pep would have at least had a word with the players about that 2018-19 season when we did exactly the same thing against Liverpool, and what Liverpool can do to us now. So need to be clear of that. It's simple. I'm still happy. I'm tense, but then I'm still happy because it's in our hands. If we go down, if we lose, we lose it due to what we have done. We are not yet dependent on other teams for results like we were in that 2018-19 season. So I think, yes, that loss against Spurs, that law of averages catches up. You couldn't have expected a team to win everything from October till May, right? Draws and losses are expected. People felt it like a loss when we drew against Southampton, when we lost against Spurs. People were like, the title's gone. Come on, man. We have lost one game in 4 months, right? One bloody game in 4 months, and people are like 15 game unbeaten streak, and people are like, you have lost the title, you're useless. That those all were social media comments. I didn't open any of the social media things for 1 or 2 days after that Spurs defeat. It was so bad. So this is a pressure situation. I do agree. Liverpool are on our coattails. Liverpool are behind us, exerting pressure. Then we need to show that we're pressure resistant. We need to show that we can soak up the pressure and go on and launch another run, just like this one. So it will be very interesting how we approach this game. And coming to the lineups, I found the lineups very interesting today, actually. Aymeric Laporte is starting at left back, and Stones and Diaz is starting at the center back positions. We had this debate a couple of months ago, I think, and I've written an article about this in my blog as well. I think regarding, yes, I written an article about this a month ago, comparing the strengths of John Stones and Aymeric Laporte. So, and who should we start? And I think Pep has seen that Spurs game. He has looked ahead at what lies for us in the derby, for example, where United can strike us on the counter attack, in the Champions League, where strikers on the counter attack are of another breed. You could well play a Bayern Munich or even an Atletico Madrid or in any team. Liverpool, that could happen in the next stages of the Champions League. We face Liverpool in the Premier League, so Pep would have looked at this and then he would have thought, well, we will play counter-attacking teams of another breed in the next couple of months, be it the Champions League, Premier League, or even the FA Cup for that matter. Championship teams can counter very well. So Pep has gone on and thought, he has looked after at the team after the Spurs defeat, and maybe he has thought that he needs more control. We were maybe losing the ball more often, and more than losing the ball, there's no pace in our center backs. Both Laporte and Ruben Diaz are not the most pacey of center backs. So John Stones adds that pace, and that's one thing. He is not the quickest, but he adds a bit of pace. So suddenly you're not afraid of that 1-2 or a long ball over the top. I mean, it was not that we were afraid when Laporte and Diaz were there, but this just gives us a bit more of self assurances. And then the interesting part is when a defense parts the bus, you have Laporte, you have Ruben Diaz. Maybe Diaz is not at the level of Laporte in terms of passing, but he's one of the best passers in the Premier League. It's just that Laporte is one of the best in the world in terms of passing and stuff. You have Cancelo, okay, Cancelo is fine. You have Walker, you have Diaz, you have Laporte. These three are kind of, they're a similar kind of players. You know, the passing is good, especially Laporte, but neither of them can dribble through the opposition. They can, neither of them can take on one or two players, and I think that is where Peppers looked at it and thought John Stones could be that difference. He could be a different animal in there. You throw John Stones into that Spurs game, and I think we win the Spurs game. And also John Stones is very good at defending set pieces. Maybe he's as good as I think John Stones is as good as Ruben Diaz in defending those set pieces. So I think Pep has taken these points out of the Spurs game and he has thought, I want John Stones in there. Just for the sake of the security he gives me in terms of defending from set pieces, the security he gives me in terms of his ability to dribble through tight spaces, through tight defenders. What that is what we'll be facing through 90-95% of our season. I would even say 100% of our season. So Pepper's taking some notes, and apart from that, I again don't agree with this thing about this team selection from Pep. You know, playing both Bernardo Silva and Ikai Gundogan, and it's almost like a sticking out Bernardo Silva on the right wing. I don't agree. Mahrez is in form. You have two wingers who can maintain the width. I think that is another mistake which we did against Spurs. Lack of lack of width, and Mahrez has that natural goal threat. So either you play Gundogan and Bernardo Silva in the midfield, that's that, you know, and you play Foden in that false nine position and Mahrez and Sterling on both the flanks, and well, they can exchange. So I think that is City's best team. It's the Gundogan and Bernardo Silva and Riyad Mahrez up front. I think that is the thing for me. So let us see. City are almost able to kick off. This is a very tense game. I'm like really very tense. What do you think will be the predicted score line? And City have kicked off, and let us start off our clock as well. City are kicking off from left to right. And the clock hasn't started, so that's fine. City are playing out from the back. Let us see if the clock starts after a while. This seems to be some technical problem. So yeah, John Stones on the ball, and when John Stones plays, it's Diaz on the left and Stones on the right. I don't. People argue that that may not be the best thing, but Diaz has absolutely looked the beast when he's playing on the left hand side as well. So I wouldn't buy into that comment by people. City are patiently building out from the back, and that clock has started as well. So Everton have the ball now, and one other thing I want to watch out for is a City playing a three at the back, out of position. City are playing, sorry, in position. No, no, we are still playing two at the back, and so it's actually John Stones who's playing it right back, and then it's Diaz, Laporte, and Cancelo at the left back position. So that's interesting because the team sheet actually told another story. Phil Foden on the left flank, and that's a foul, and it's a free kick for City. Anthony Gordon commits the foul over there, and Phil Foden. I think Phil Foden will take the free kick himself, so that is interesting. It has to be Kevin De Bruyne. No, Foden standing over it, but it has to be a right, right foot in swinger, and it will be Kevin De Bruyne, the world class Kevin De Bruyne. And was it on top of John Stones' head? The aim was John Stones for sure, and Pickford is already wasting time. I think a draw is as good as a loss. We need to win because we draw here and Liverpool win their next game, and they're ahead of us, up they're a point ahead of us. So it's we are level on Liverpool with Liverpool now. I'm sorry, we are 3 points ahead of Liverpool now with the same amount of games played, and we draw this and we drop 2 points, and we'll just be 1 point ahead of Liverpool. And with the Manchester derby coming, and it's Phil Foden, it's Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne doesn't lose the ball, and it's John Stones. John Stones, Laporte to Diaz. Diaz. I think Everton are just looking to play on the counter attack from the outset, actually. So very interesting because they're playing doing almost the exact thing what Spurs did. Of course, the formations and tactics are different, but they're trying to do the intention is the same. The way they're trying to attack us and pick us off. Quick 1-2 passes between Richarlison and Anthony Gordon. What a pass! Oh, Raheem Sterling, rash, 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 rash. That was a well disguised, brilliant ball by Cancelo, and that was great, actually. That was a great ball by Cancelo. It's just that Sterling overran it. Sterling was just expecting that ball to be played a fraction early. Actually, when Sterling gave it to Cancelo and he set off, I thought Cancelo will not play it because the chance was over. But then Cancelo played it. So I think Cancelo played it a little bit late than what Sterling was expecting. So then Sterling had to control his run and everything. And it's 5 minutes gone and nothing yet for City. I mean, we have come to a stage where a fan base is thinking 5 minutes and City do nothing, and well, the game is going to be disaster. Hold on, hold on. This is a club that has won titles, and in the last minutes, virtually or the last kick of the game. So we just really need to have patience here. That's the only thing I would say. Everton with no intention to attack. I mean, that's what Spurs did. So I would not say it's a bad tactic, and I wouldn't say anything. At first, I was frustrated by Spurs, and then I realized actually how we did not play that game well, especially when it got to 2-2. Point would have been great result over there. It's the points that add up in the end. We won the title by what, 1 point in the 2018-19 season. So each point is very important here. Oh, that's an Everton attack, and it's an Everton corner. This is interesting. Michael Keane. We have to be very careful of Michael Keane here. He can't concede from a set piece, especially to a team who are sitting back and defending on the counter and trying to attack on the counter. You can't concede from a set piece. It's simply unacceptable to concede on a set piece. Oh, the balls again played back in, and that's very well defended. I don't know who it is. I think it's John Stones who's defended it extremely well. But Everton have the ball again. This is looking dangerous actually. And again, and that's gone out of play. But that was an excellent defensive header from John Stones. I do think Harry Kane wouldn't have scored the third goal if someone like a John Stones would have been there. Then maybe it's Pep's mistake that he didn't bring on someone like a John Stones in that match. Gundogan and City get a corner right now. That's a corner. It's a corner. Ref is telling a goal, but you could see that was a corner. I don't know where the ref is seeing. Even in the Spurs game, the ref was abysmal in the first half and he was good in the second half, I would say, because he gave a lot of decisions. However, and the ball's given away there, and none of the team is able to hold on to the ball now. This is where John Stones comes into the equation. Ruben Diaz back to Ederson. Ederson to Laporte. Laporte to Diaz. John Stones available out wide over there, ready to march forward. It's Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz to Rodri. That's an abysmal pass from Rodri. I don't know where has Rodri's passing gone. Even in the Spurs game, I thought he was the one who was wilting under pressure the most. Rodri has had an exceptional season this year. I think there are one or two games, and I think there's one game, and that is the Spurs game. I think other than that, Rodri has been really good. And in that Arsenal game, but Rodri scored the goal. He had recovered, but in that Spurs game, Rodri was abysmal. He was bad, I would say. Ruben Diaz, Rodri, one touch passing. This is interesting. John Stones, City not able to go anywhere. It's an Everton throw. It's almost like Everton have tied up City in knots. Just like what I mean, it's a little different from what Spurs have done. Spurs have allowed City to venture into their half and then tied out, and then there were no spaces. But here, Everton are not allowing us to advance from the defensive third itself. The time they're going man to man. This is interesting for us. The high press on from City. Bernardo Silva pressing. Jordan Pickford kicks long. That's the only thing he knows, and that too he doesn't know it that well, that kicking long thing. And that's an excellent interception from Cancelo, and it's Laporte on the ball right now. Laporte gets it back for us, and it's Gundogan to Raheem Sterling. Sterling can drive now. The ball was just a defender away from reaching Gundogan. That is the pace of passing you need to break down low blocks. Everton on the counter attack now for 3v3, and this is what had happened against Spurs as well. So we need to be really careful, because if another goal goes in the same way, there'll be demoralization. We'll be disappointed there, right? So It's important that we get our morale back. When I talk about getting the morale back, it's almost about, the talk after the Spurs game is contest figured City out, and now every team will employ the same thing and beat City and stuff. So it's important that you make a resounding comeback in the next couple of games to just swat away all of those comments. City are just not able to string a few passes together. I think I do feel here Everton are going man to man, and look at that. I think it's Anthony Gordon who's out wide. John, go tight to him. John. Ederson has almost spilled it. It's almost the same strategy what Spurs have done. Spurs have switched the ball and then created space, and Everton are doing almost the same. But John Stones does well here, showing him on the outside and not allowing Anthony Gordon to cut inside. The game is too open for Pep Guardiola's liking. The cameras are not going on to Pep Guardiola, but he'll be furious about this. This has all the shades of that Spurs game. I think the first goal, that's was very important for City, just to put out all of the scars you suffered in that Spurs game and begin afresh. That first goal for City is so important. The longer this game goes on at nil-nil, I know it's just 12 minutes, but every minute will plant more doubts in City's mind, especially what happened at Spurs. It's not normal that a team picks you apart on the counter attack for not once, twice, three times almost. And Spurs have had one or two good chances as well, apart from the goals on the counter. Edison made a great one-on-one save. So that defeat, it was not easy for us fans to digest, and it's not easy. It will be not easy for players to digest. So, and also another thing about that Spurs game and translating it into this game, I don't understand why Pep likes to always play Gundogan in the midfield and then stick Bernardo Silva out wide, especially when against counter-attacking teams. He did this almost in the Champions League, not playing Rodri, of course, but I do think that playing Bernardo Silva in the midfield, central midfield position, gives you more drive. Bernardo Silva can do that CM role with more energy than Gundogan. For Gundogan, the age is caught up with him, and the tenacity of Bernardo Silva is greater than Gundogan. So you look at both the Chelsea games, for example. Chelsea had Timo Werner, who's had more pace than Son, almost the same formation like Spurs, but Chelsea couldn't do anything against us in both the games. And people think it was shit Lukaku, but people don't praise the brilliance of Bernardo Silva over there. So I think it's a mistake that Pep is playing Gundogan or Bernardo Silva in the midfield. Stick a Mahrez up front so that the fullback on the side of Mahrez doesn't advance much, because there's always a threat of Mahrez running in behind. With Bernardo Silva, there's not that threat. Bernardo Silva is not a player who runs in behind. He's like a player who comes into the midfield, gets the ball, he tries to dribble and all. But Mahrez has got that running. This is a shit ball again. Oh God, I can already sense the nerves in us already. It's going to be very tense, mate. It's going to be absolutely tense. It's just 15 minutes, but that I'm able to feel those goosebumps. I think Bernardo has to play in the midfield if you want to see more drive. The midfield is looking passive for me. Man to man, how do you break man to man? Have a winger who can run in behind, have a winger who can cut inside and do things with pace, and then have someone with more drive in the midfield. So I mean, I don't mind if you play Gundogan as a false nine, Foden on the left, and Mahrez on the right, or Sterling on the right, for that matter, if you want to play both. But for God's sake, play Bernardo in the midfield and not Gundogan. Play Gundogan as false nine. Foden's playing on the left. I can understand that, but I don't like this Gundogan thing in the midfield. Anyway, City are struggling to break Everton down here. Foden tries to go past his man. I mean, from when are we relying on a Foden or a De Bruyne or someone going past his man to create chances for us? That's an excellent switch of play. I think it's Rodri to Foden. Foden then plays a nice pass to John Stones. John Stones is inverted into the midfield, and it's Raheem Sterling. Sterling tries to take on his man. I'm not liking this, mate. That we are relying on players taking on someone, and that this is an excellent dribble from Phil Foden, and he stuck it right at the goalkeeper. I thought he had a chance to play in Sterling, but not liking the style of play. Not at all liking the style of play. Relying on individual brilliance. This is not what Pep Guardiola wants from us. We are much better than this. 4 bloody months we were leading. I mean, the pack 4 bloody months we were winning, not even drawing, winning everything. Okay, except that draw with Southampton, and still people call us bottlers. Still people call us you're out of the title race after one bloody loss after 4 months. Continuously winning in those 4 months, but this is tense. It's a free kick for City right now. City players are doing skills and getting fouls. I don't like it. Pass and move, pass and move. It should be as fluid as an iron gate that is newly greased. Kevin De Bruyne on it. For this, I prefer the in swing of Phil Foden, left-footed, rather than Kevin De Bruyne. So let us see what they do. Generally, outswing De Bruyne. Outswing is not a good choice. Yes, they go with Foden, and Everton defend it well. Everton have a free kick here. That's just time wasting tactics. That's all. Need to be very careful of that. The process, for me, the process is important. We are never going. Okay, we might score the odd free kick, but free kick is not the way for us to score goals. We have to increase the tempo of passing, the pace of passing. There's no movement from the forwards, and the false nine has just become predictable, I think. And if I'm not mistaken, Jesus is on the bench. Just bring on Jesus to mix things up a bit. It's Anthony Gordon. That's very well played out by Everton. Bernardo Silva, Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling gets it back. Ikai Gundogan gets it back. Kevin De Bruyne. Rash, don't lose the ball. Yes, it's Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz to John Stones, and City march on forward. John Stones, Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva does really well to take the ball, and that's excellent piece of skill from John Stones. And the pass was just inches away, but that is where John Stones is playing due to those skills. That is wonderful. City retrieve the ball back. Wonderful work by Gundogan. Gundogan, Raheem Sterling, Laporte on the outside, Cancel on the outside. Excellent pass by Cancel. That is not a good cross. I think Cancelo was going for goal. So I mean, not the typical City style. We're putting in crosses. I mean, maybe we should have bought Wout Weghorst. Wout Weghorst scores 30 goals a season at City for sure. Because De Bruyne gives him crosses at 6'6". You're pretty much the tallest man, and the accuracy with which De Bruyne can give the crosses, the accuracy with which he can make Bernardo Silva score goals. I think about Weghorst, Kevin De Bruyne, not a bad combination, is it? Amaric Laporte, that's not a foul, but then no tempo to the game, no momentum to the game. It's Everton's free kick. It's Anthony Gordon, I think. We need to be really careful at conceding these set pieces. Everton are very good at set pieces, so the danger is not cleared yet. Everton still have the ball, and City have a chance to break now. Gundogan, and it's. Ah, I just thought Gundogan should have played that ball to De Bruyne. Gundogan, Ken Shallow, Diaz, Rodri on the ball now. John Stones, Diaz. He's just not able to break teams down, and that hurts me because we have done it throughout the season. Teams are figuring out how to play against City, and Laporte on the ball. Excellent switch out to Raheem Sterling, and so it's well defended. We are relying on crosses and all of that crap now. What a ball, but that's having just too much pace on it. I think that was the ball which Spurs were playing very well. Ball with utmost accuracy into open space. That's all. With Son to run into. That's what Spurs were doing, and that's what Everton are trying to do here. So Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Ederson, Ruben Diaz, Bernardo Silva, John Stones. City are now have switched. City have switched on the high press now. I mean, there's no temp. That's come on, Rev. That's not a foul. The ref is such a twat in this match as well. So the ref is thinking maybe he's. I think it's Stuart Atwell who's the ref, and is thinking he's officiating and La Liga or Bundesliga pulling the play back for every small foul. What a twat ref. It's 25 minutes gone and nothing. Thing for City. I mean, just leave the scorecard. Nothing in terms of chances created. Just a few crosses put into the box, and that's the worrying thing about me when they start putting crosses right from the first minute itself. Everton are now in a great counter-attacking position. This is exactly what Spurs have done. But City are back in numbers. City are back in numbers with great tempo. At least there's one thing that we are doing with really good tempo. And now City have the ball back. It's Raheem Sterling on the ball. I mean, small mistakes can cost us the league actually. If you see Sterling's miss against Southampton, open goal, he has missed it. So that was what, 2 points dropped? Otherwise, we would have been 5 points ahead of Liverpool, and still the league title race would have been from Liverpool. I think VAR is checking the penalty whether Richarlison wants it, and when Richarlison is asking you so much, then it means that that's not a penalty. Let us have a closer look. Well, there's nothing in it actually. There's nothing in it for it to be a penalty. There's absolutely nothing in it. There's zero in it to do anything. So Rodri, Ruben Diaz, Diaz to Laporte, Foden, Stones. Again a waste of a ball. Again a waste of a ball. We're not able to do anything. There's no structure to our passes. There's no tempo. There's no rhythm to our passes. It's just almost so monotonous. If these people were not playing a Man City jersey, you wouldn't recognize that they were playing for a team coached by Pep Guardiola. Most of our position is in the defensive third, so very monotonous. John Stones, he's the most actively involved player. Kevin De Bruyne in half space turning. This is something he hasn't done in this game, and from that range, I think it's difficult even for Kevin De Bruyne. And now we're trying long shots, and it's only 29 minutes to the game. I'm a little bit wide. If we could have dragged it, maybe, but again, it would have been very difficult. It's an Everton throw. There's a battle going on there between Richarlison and Laporte. That is interesting, but Everton have come out with a game plan here. It's suddenly we who are looking pedestrian. Raheem Sterling, Joao Cancelo. That's that the ref is just giving fouls too easily. Someone has to have a word in the ear of the ref. He's an experienced ref as well. I don't know why he's doing that. Kevin De Bruyne has lost the ball here of all people. Uh, that was a very good chance again. Maybe you had a son. If you had a son on it, he would have scored that. Actually, that's what Spurs were doing so well, and we're not playing well here. That defeat has really hurt us, and we're seeing it mentally. And that Seamus Coleman, I think he has a great left foot, but it's just that the angle was wide. Gundogan, and we must remember here that even Everton are fighting for their lives, so it will not be a walkover. Everton are not on the beach because generally Everton are on the beach at this point of the season. They will neither be relegated nor they can get top four, seventh, eighth position. But right now they're fighting a relegation battle, so There'll not be walkovers at all, and it's 31 minutes, no goals. Phil Foden. Foden. Bernardo Silva. That's a corner, but just trying to dribble through five bodies. Kevin De Bruyne with an outswinger now. That's as scrap a corner I've seen from De Bruyne in a long, long time. This absolutely nothing. Everyone's flat as well. Need something to cheer people up. Everyone's flat. The players are just not playing according to a certain, I mean, in a city way, according to a certain tempo. It's all gone so flat. We are living on scraps here. We're relying on corners, crosses, set pieces to open the scoring, which is shit. Everton on another counter attack here. That's again well defended. City on the ropes here, I must say. That's well saved by Ederson. That was a very good chance for Richarlison actually, and that's well saved by Ederson. We are on the ropes here. There's no two ways about it. We are on the ropes. That that was a chance for Richarlison. He should have scored actually. That is the best chance the team have had in the half. So it's Ruben Diaz, Amaric Laporte. Rodri struggling a bit here. Laporte, Cancelo, Cancelo. City lose the ball again. That was anyway offside. So each minute is looking longer and longer actually. As if it's clearly offside. Rodri, Bernardo Silva on the outside. What a ball from De Bruyne. But look at that. All of the 10 Everton players, 9 Everton players are there leaving one or two attackers up front, and it's Everton's free kick. Everton are happy with a draw here, of course. Ruben Diaz is not happy about. I mean, no one's happy about anything in this match. City have already committed 8 fouls. It's just and it's just 36 minutes, so there's something going on. We all knew that there was a bad performance around the corner, but if you want to be champions, you have to somehow find a way to win even during bad performances. And That's wonderful skill by John Stones. But City are giving away the ball too easily. We're not able to camp on the edge of Everton's half, suffocate them, launch one attack after the other. There hasn't been even one attack in this match. That's a good slide tackle from John Stones. Otherwise, Richarlison was away. We are playing absolute trap. My God. Something has to change in the second half. Otherwise, you can say goodbye to the title hopes. Everything that we have done for 4 5 months can come down to nothing. City on the counter attack here. Kevin De Bruyne is away. Yes, Sterling to his right, and Raheem Sterling goes, and it's Slash. You should have taken it, man. Come on, take some responsibility. Raheem Sterling should have cut inside and done his usual thing. What the hell is Raheem Sterling doing? He's had an absolutely shit game. Take some responsibility, Rash. City are not able to string two passes together. You lost the ball again, and it's Richarlison. I would love to actually see Richarlison and Neymar in one team. All they would do is just complaining about things all day, I think. Bernardo Silva, John Stones, back. Why do we play it back? De Bruyne, Cancelo, and it's a goal kick. This has been the pattern throughout the match. You don't need to see it live to say what's happening. Always trying to cut back, and Everton are ready for the cutback. It's almost like Everton have, in the entire week, Everton have taken at least 3 4 days to prepare for the cutbacks and to prepare where City will cut back and how to arrange the players there, how to structure your defensive formation around those cutbacks. And yet, we still seem to rely on those cutbacks. That is the saddest part here. We are not even winning the midfield battles now. That's an excellent interception. Rodri, Gundogan, Cancelo. So generally, if City play a bad game, we lose, or we play a bad game based on performance. The next game, we are quickly out of the blocks and we are fast. There's at least a fast tempo, even though there's nothing on the scoreline. But here, no tempo, no process, no structure, nothing on the scoreline. This is not City. This is some other team which we're seeing today. Bernardo Silva, a team shot. Nothing's happening. There's a big problem there coming up for Pep Guardiola. 45 minutes to decide if we stay in this title race or not. 45 minutes, man. Pickford, Rodri, Laporte, Gundogan. I think we're confused between which blue to pass to actually. Rodri, I think one last attack before the half ends. Just sub off Rodri. It's not at all playing well. Wasn't good in the last game. Isn't playing well in this game. Maybe bring Fernandino on. It's not been a good performance at all. Ake, Gabriel Jesus, Fernandino, Mahrez all zipped up over there, but of course Pickford will take even 90 minutes to just kick the ball. He's an idiot. We all know that. He's one of the most crappiest goalkeepers in the league, and yet he thinks of himself as one of the best. Absolute idiot, Pickford. And it's a free kick for Everton now. What the hell are we doing here? I don't understand at all. Nothing, no rhythm. We're just trying to defend that all. That's all. Everton players have come with a plan here. Don't give us the tempo, don't give us the rhythm, break the play, waste time on goal kicks, do these silly conversations with the ref, waste time on free kicks, everything. Now the half is done. What a fantastic half for Everton. What a stupid half for us. Be interesting to see what the Reddit comments will be. I'm fuming here. I'm furious with what we have done. Such a stupid thing. It's a free kick, and I think it will be the last. It's Anthony Gordon as well. My God, it's good at free kicks, and it's in a good position as well. Eddie, do save us for once, because if this goes in, I think the game's done based on the morale and the mindset we are in. Oh, that's just gone over the bar. Just saved, and it's just 2 minutes. You might as well have finished the half, ref. Why did you give that 2 minutes? That was not too far away actually from the top corner, I would say. Stones. Now we are trying to increase the tempo of the game. Come on, throw the ball in fast. Stones, Cancelo, Diaz playing back by just back and nothing else. and it's a free kick for City. Yeah, it's the last kick of the half, so you can as well as just arrange, just send all of your center backs forward. So yeah, but this is from a very difficult range, and I'd be absolutely surprised if we scored from this. And Pickford collects it, and I think that should be the half. What a crappy little half for City. Half that, initially I was having goosebumps, and right now I'm this I've just got bored to death here seeing this half. It is not at all good. Anyway, let us go to the Reddit comments and see what you guys are saying. So it has been a crap performance so far, and let us see certain comments from Reddit. The comments are just, they're insane. I'll show you the comments. Rashad27 says we need Fabian Delph to come into the dressing room at halftime to tell the team about the basics of football. Yeah, this is from that documentary released on Amazon Prime, right? Where Delph just walks into the dressing room and just thrashes, thrashes out loudly at everybody. We are so bad at taking up. Namo Awesome says we are so bad at taking up the thrash of the league. Romulo_7 says tired of Pep. For no reason he keeps experimenting formation. Bernardo Silva is false nine. Did you not see how that didn't work against Spurs? False nine, it won't work always. Spent over a billion and decided to play without a striker. Tired of watching Tiki Taka with horrendous finishing. See, fans now just screaming out, Starch team says, why does every shit tire side evolve into their final form when playing us? Everton might get relegated, can't win a match to save their lives, but turn into a top pressing side against us. Southampton as well, not to mention Spurs. It's a it's a curse, but we are also partly responsible for that. We are giving them the time and space to do that. Underscore ME5 says, can't believe that Everton are high pressing us, exactly, mate, can't and I also can't believe that we are giving the ball away cheaply. We are not able to string two passes together. We are not able to string three passes together. Wild in out 2-3-3 says, disgusting half of footy. Make some adjustment, please. It's the worst half of football I've seen in three years at City, or 4 years at City since Pep came. Even the thrashings of 4-0 to Leicester in Pep's first season, 5-0 to 4-0 to Everton at Pep's first season. The football was much better, at least. Okay, we were conceding, but here the football is abysmal. We are lucky that we are not at least 1-0 down in this half. Richarlison missed a point blank shot, and Everton are bloody high pressing us. If that doesn't rise you up, if that doesn't arouse the enthusiasm in you, then what will? I don't understand. It's almost a question of your self integrity now, that the bottom thrash of the league is high pressing you. A team that I'm pretty much sure mostly will be relegated is high pressing you, is seeing you right in your eyes and saying, "Come on, play with me. I'm high pressing you." And you do nothing. You're scared. You play the ball uh, between your defenders. You know what has been going on throughout this half? Diaz to Laporte, Laporte to Cancelo, Cancelo to Diaz again, Diaz to John Stones, Stones gives it to Rodri, and then again back to Diaz, then again back to Stones, then Stones gives it to Foden, Foden gives it to De Bruyne for a touch, De Bruyne to Foden, Foden tries to take on one or two players, Everton come on a counter. This phase has repeated itself at least 10 times in this match. There is someone man marking De Bruyne as well now. They're just highlighting it. I didn't quite notice it, but that was so hard to watch. Ube underscore Apes, that was so hard to watch. Gundo and Sterling out, put Mahrez and Jesus in. Everton should not be causing this much of a problem. Exactly. Why are we playing so shit? Why have we taken Bernardo out of CM these last two games? Obviously not working, is it? Best CM in the league this season. Why change it? Exactly. I don't understand why you put Bernardo as a false nine, put Bernardo on the right wing when he's been, along with Salah, one of the standout players in the league, playing in that central midfield position. He has set out the European champions twice. Bernardo Silva playing in that central midfield position has literally been everywhere. With Bernardo Silva in the midfield, I think there'll be more control. But no, we don't do that. I don't understand why. Why did Bernardo start in the front three or Maris? Exactly. Why did he do it against Spurs and why did he do it against now? And what is this obsession for Pep Guardiola with Gundogan? I don't understand. Okay, someone has to sit out. That's fine, right? You don't need to always play all your midfield players, Pep, to annoy us. The underscores Nolly Costa says, well, not a great half, but still nil-nil. Towards the end, Everton didn't quite have the energy they did to start. Good sign. But they'll recover and refresh in this break, right? Pep should shuffle things a little. I'm thinking KDB false nine with Bernardo, maybe even Foden going into the eight role. Whatever you do, just bring Bernardo into the midfield. Be it with Gundogan or be it with De Bruyne, I don't care. Just bring Bernardo. When Bernardo and Gundogan were playing in the midfield, or even Bernardo and KDB were playing in the midfield, we were literally untouchable. Especially when Bernardo and Gundogan were playing in the midfield, and suddenly shift out Bernardo everywhere you want. Roddy Sainz says, disgusting half, so poor. We've exerted absolutely no control over the game, and we are lucky it's still nil-nil. Exactly. It should have been 1-0 at least with Richarlison having that chance. The underscore Dalai underscore Mangala says, nah, Everton really haven't been a threat at all. The pressing tough, but that's about it. Mediocre game all round. Amadon Shia says, sadly, will concede in the second half. Can't see us winning today. Well, mate, I hope that's not true. Rory FC, MCFC says, we're out of form at a very bad time. Exactly. 8 touches in the box is pathetic. Honestly, Grealish would help with that. Every single player's passing has been dog shit. It's so predictable. You have Raheem Sterling, you have Bernardo, you have Foden, and all the three of them are just trying to dribble into the box. Why can't Pep see that there's no one to maintain the width, and this is where Riyad Mahrez helps. Just shift Bernardo onto the midfield and or don't play him at all. Give him rest. I think Pep is just spoiling the balance here by not playing Mahrez. I don't understand this. Don't understand this shit from Pep. And their result softly says, we are truly about to throw the league away, aren't we? Exactly after 4 months, mate. After 4 months of hard work, after 4 months of winning game after game after game, going through that harsh winter months, going through that COVID crisis with not getting affected as much, and grinding out results, winning game after game, and now we're just throwing away the league after that 4 5 months of hard work. Additional underscore bluebird 9 says it definitely feels and looks like it. We look like a deer caught in the lights. Exactly. We don't know where to go. It just looks like we don't have any momentum or rhythm left in us. First half thoughts picked up where we finished a week ago. We were better against Spurs actually. We were much better against Spurs. The passing movement, everything. Antonio Conte on that day played an absolute masterclass to defeat us. That's one of the best attacking football. I mean, that's one of the best counter-attacking football I've seen. What in a long time after the heydays of Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte played. So we are very good against Spurs actually, but the defeat sort of I think mentally it has caught us, and that is what is about champions, about winning titles. There will be defeats along the way, there'll be bad days along the way, there'll be opponents closing down the gap on you, but you really need to focus on the next thing and take that bad days out of your mind. Additional underscore bluebird 9, pretty much nothing different, and the midfield is being controlled by Everton. That's one thing I don't understand, how the midfield is being controlled by Everton. Just no real threat from us. Nothing has worked out for us. Well, that suddenly was a half of football. That was shit. We almost conceded 5 versus 1 win in 5 Spurs, and this piss poor reply against a relegation side. Not just one player, the entire team looks ruthless. All Bernardo F9 tactics don't help. Stones with possession beyond halfway is lost. Bench Laporte if anyone. Even Cancelo right wing Zinchenko will be okay. And also have removed Walker. Walker was a threat even in that Everton match, making those runs. Walker marriage, the scare people. Yeah, I think Pep has just taken this to a new level now. He's just playing all of the players who just want to hold on to the ball and do that little stuff, and there's no variety in an attacking sense, and we're just getting found out here. Are Everton on steroids tonight? No, we are on sleeping tablets exactly. What Tiki underscore Taka 27 has replied. Everton is going to be gassed after all this pressing. Charlison is such an annoying POS. Need to stay the hell on his feet. He's driving me crazy. Literally falling before he even touches the ball. Embarrassing stuff. We were discussing in the stream as well. How would it be if both Neymar and Richarlison start in the same game? I mean, Charlison play for the same team. That would be crazy, right? Piss poor result, at least until this point. Sterling out and Hazesin. Gundo out, Fernando or Foden or Bernardo into midfield. Mahrez in. Exactly. I don't understand why he's not bringing in Mahrez. Bernardo in midfield and Mahrez on the right. To be fair, Everton's pressing has been incredible. No, mate, we have not been. holding on to the ball well. Rodri, why doesn't anyone talk about Rodri here? He hasn't been good at all. Can we score? Put on Maris. Who's looked more dangerous in first half? Not us. Need to shake things up at half time. Definitely things should get Maris into the game. Our attacks are dreadful. Not hoping anything. We're just lacking confidence at the moment. So anyway, I'll yeah start the timer again, and the match is almost about to start. And Pep is in serious discussions with Rodolfo Borrell. Has he changed something? Has he changed the system? I really hope he has tinkered with something. It seems that the personnel have not changed. It's Raheem Sterling has walked out. Bernardo Silva has walked out. Riyad Mahrez is warming up. 45 minutes to save our title hopes and ambitions, guys. 45 minutes. Gundogan, Ederson. Wow, Everton are really on to us on the ball, just pressing us so high. That's a wonderful tackle, and we put the ball out. No, Cancelo, I think he rescues it, and Bernardo Silva, Cancelo, Laporte, Diaz. Just we need to increase the tempo of our passing. This is not just good enough. Rodri, Foden, Rodri, Laporte, Cancelo. Quick pass. It's Gundogan. Excellent work from Cancelo. It's almost stolen away by Sterling, but this is much better from City, and it's Laporte, Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo. It's offside. Who the hell was offside over there? Riyad Mahrez warming up. Gabriel Jesus warming up. Every minute, every minute. Liverpool fans, Liverpool supporters, Liverpool players, everyone. Klopp will be literally counting down each minute, counting down each second. No, Everton nailed the final coffin and nail in Liverpool's coffin in that 2018-19 season when Everton drew with Liverpool. Could they do it to us? Laporte, De Bruyne, Sterling. The four players around Sterling. What the hell? That's an excellent save from Ederson. It's a wonderful save from Ederson, but I think Richarlison, as usual, is offside. Everton are dominating the midfield, and that is one thing that is really taking the piss out of me. There's no dynamism in our play, and that is one thing which excellent switch of play, but Everton are ready for that. I hope we were so proactively ready. That Spurs game, John Stones, Iwobi, Cancelo, Iwobi, and Iwobi has gone past Cancelo, and that's excellent defending. And it's a throw in for Everton. This game is going to be tense, guys. Put on all your seat belts. It's going to be very tense. That's an excellent take from Ederson. And Eddie just threw the ball. Yes, Eddie has released Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling is on the counter attack now. That is such a crap ball. My God. Bernardo Silva, Raheem Sterling. We need variety. I think we need variety. Everton are on the break now. Crap. City have got the ball. The match is turning end to end, bit of an end to end affair now. But release the bloody ball. Who the hell is it? Release the bloody ball. You're holding onto the ball for too long. Everybody is guilty of that today. They're holding onto the ball for so long. That was an excellent piece of skill by Phil Foden. And it comes down to nothing. Everyone's discussing. I mean, Guan Malilo and Guardiola are discussing few things, and there seem to be big problems with our team actually. We need to score here. It's almost like a knockout match. Bernardo Silva there. There are 4 5 people in the box, so I think those cutbacks are not gonna work today. Everton have come here for a point and then nick something if everything is fine. Rodri, Cancelo, Gundogan. That's a really good ball. Bernardo Silva. I mean, Richarlison is always falling down, and now he'll act for 3 to 4 minutes. You bloody Richarlison! Someone just kick him real hard so that he goes out on a stretcher. Such an idiot. He's the new Neymar. It's nothing. Nothing that Diaz has done. What a ball that is. It's definitely not offside, but that is very well defended, and Everton have a throw. This is all time wasting stuff now. I think Edison has to roll it out faster. He cannot give Everton all the time to rearrange themselves. So Edison has to be quicker. He has to be faster. Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. Just so predictable. What can Bernardo Silva do on his own? I mean, Lionel Messi can't do it on his own all the time, right? Bernardo Silva. That's a very good shot from Phil Foden. That's the first sense of attacking endeavor from City. That's an excellent shot from Phil Foden. This is what City are like. This is how we should play. Come on, press them high. Press Pickford. He doesn't know how to pass. He's shit at passing. He's shitting himself that City will press him. Bernardo Silva. Yes, that's a free kick. It's a yellow card for Alan as well. That's how you should do it. That was a clear yellow card, and Alan is arguing. Just go and argue all of this stupid stuff with Richarlison, right? The amount of fouls he has bought in this match unfairly. De Bruyne, Foden, I would go with the in swing of Foden actually, but let us see. I think Foden will take it, and it was very flat. Wasn't that good? Free kick, but it wasn't bad either. That went over Pickford. Now City are just starting to take back into rhythm slowly, minute by minute. But it's just that do we have enough time? I just hope that somehow we just scrape over this result. They're not giving the ball now. It's all time wasting. They're not giving the ball now. Ball's in the crowd, and I mean, it's their home ground. That is what is home advantage. So we have just had one shot in this game on target, I think. That one in this half. What a ball from De Bruyne. But his protection for that. It's bloody Richarlison again. Stones, if you want to foul Richarlison, foul him in such a way that he can't play the game anymore. Can't play this match anymore. Do it in that way. I mean, Richarlison has fooled the referee 6 times in this game. Richarlison has wasted at least 7 minutes. He's become better than Neymar in his acting. It's so frustrating seeing Richarlison do this stuff and the referee just being fooled by that. Anyway, 60th minute. We'll take this game 10 minutes by 10 minutes now. Break it down. I think Foden just need to have those snapshots now. If it goes through bodies, it goes through bodies. There's a huge chance of deflection there. So just taking percentage and then shooting it. That's better than trying to find the perfect goal, right? Who is the City player who's down? I think he's hurt a lot. It's Foden, but has got up now. I don't think we should have stopped the play now. We should have just gone on with it. It's just we were in such good rhythm, but the referee stopped it. The Everton players were appealing. See the generosity. So stupid. Come on, Pep, make the changes. Don't understand Pep Guardiola's tactics. Cancelo's crosses are not good today. They're going straight into Pickford. Just high press, just Star City. We haven't pressed at all today. That's another the thing. We are letting Everton have the ball, those midfield areas, and I think Lampard has taken a leaf out from both the Spurs and Everton and Southampton games, and he's just applied it. Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, plays it to Joao Cancelo. Amen. That's a corner for City. But that was again a good shot from Jones. We're relying on crosses, shots from distance. And that too, it was of his weaker foot, I think. Looking for a company moment of his own, maybe. No way through. I don't know why, like someone said in the comments on Reddit, I don't know why these teams just turn into some superstar teams in excellent form when they play us. Why do the Southampton, I don't even, why do Spurs turn into such a good team when they play us? And then they go and lose to Burnley 1-0. I don't understand this tactic at all. The grasp of the title, which is very firm in our hand, is slowly slipping away. Liverpool fans are just rejoicing every passing minute here. It's another corner for City. Come on, take it fast. I just think he brings on someone like a Grealish and a Mahrez. Never know, Grealish could just kickstart the second phase of our campaign. Again, not such a good corner. It was not a bad corner, but it wasn't such a good corner as well. Phil Foden on the ball. Phil Foden is playing on the right hand side now. And it's a throw in for City. We have increased the tempo, but the style of play and the quality of play, it's better than the first half, but it's not at all in our standard. It's not at all. We have not even started our vehicle. Forget about engaging the gears. It's not even first gear. That's how poor we are playing. Bernardo should have put it in the backup. That was an excellent. That is one of the most sublime pieces of play the last 2 3 matches I've seen. But Bernardo should have put it in on the rebounds. Pickford saves it, and then Bernardo should have taken more time and put it in on the rebounds. That was the chance, mate. That was the chance. That's how we break the press, and ah, that was it. That was the chance. It was the big chance which we have been waiting for. Bernardo should have put it in somehow. Don't know why still there are no substitutions. Does Pep think everything's going well? I don't can't understand the man. Laporte, Sterling. Rodri, Bernardo Silva maintaining the width. Bernardo Silva is literally giving us everything in this match. Can't fault his effort. It's over the bar and it's a goal kick. Foden, Phil, that was a chance as well. No, it's a tough chance, but for someone like Phil Foden, he should be putting it away. The the problem with that is there was absolutely no pace on the ball. It's just scooped in to the air. Someone's getting treatment. I think this is what will happen. It's just the last 20 minutes or so. That's why you need to score early against teams like this. Then all of these things will not happen. Then there'll be no delays. They're just wasting time and there's no rhythm and tempo. This is so frustrating to me. And now Dele Ali of all people is coming on as well instead of Donny van de Beek. I mean, I'm tense, but then we are not playing well as well. It's not like we have been pounding Everton goal with chance after chance, and you could say we're unlucky and things like that. But the process itself has not been there. So I mean, City have had 6 shots in total in this half, and Everton have had zero, but nothing of notice for City in this half. There was that one shot, it was all due to Kevin De Bruyne brilliance and Bernardo Silva's have really hit the rebound home. But apart from that, there's been nothing for City at all in this half as well. Though the position stats, the shots, everything will tell you a different story, but you don't win football matches by stats, right? That's a wonderful exchange of plates. Gundogan, Stones, Rodri, no space to turn as well. This is just bring on Mahrez or someone. I don't know what Pep is waiting for. This next 10 minutes until the clock strikes 80th minute will be the most pivotal minutes in this match if we have to have any chance of getting back in this title race. City have lost the ball and now Iwobi goes on the counter attack. Dicavre, Anthony Gordon. The last thing you would want is Everton scoring. but he's hit it out and it's a goal kick. I mean, we're not able to score one goal. What makes you think that we can score two goals? Loose touch from Foden, but no damage done, and it's so slow. Cancelo, Sterling, Gundogan, Rodri, Sterling, Cancelo. Uh, I mean, the crossing from Cancelo is fine, but who is there to head it home? To Bruyne, Bernardo Silva should pass it back to Bruyne. Yes, to Bruyne gets the ball back. Rodri, De Bruyne. Ah, it's almost a good run. Think you need someone like a Mahrez now. It's high time. Come on, Pep. Cancelo, Sterling, Cancelo, Sterling, Cancelo, De Bruyne. Iwobi again having the chance to counter. And Decore runs into the space and Everton get a throw. Another 2 minutes of time wasting. Thank God, after a long time, I'm seeing some subs. Mahrez and Gabriel Jesus for City. It's Demari. Wow, Demari Gray is coming. His pace will certainly trouble City, I think. So the last 14 minutes plus added time. Oh my God, I didn't think that this game would be this tough. Now this means Bernardo is in the midfield and Mahrez can go to his right hand spot, and who is Gabriel Jesus coming for? It has to be Sterling. Yes, Sterling's off. This means Jesus plays on the right, Mahrez on the left, and Foden plays in that false nine position. I think this is our best team now. Bernardo or Gundogan, you could argue, and Kevin De Bruyne with these. Maybe put Walker into it instead of Stones, and we have got our best team. So. Rodri, Cancelo. That was a good shot from Rodri, but it's blocked well. You can see immediately that Mahrez has come and this sense of openness about City's play. Rav! The ref is just giving all of the decisions in their favor. It's been another frustrating thing. 12 more minutes. Literally, Everton are taking a minute or a minute and a half for every free kick. Now they'll take another minute for a throw. This is just so frustrating. That's played out from the back excellently. That's how you play through a press. There's no time. We have to be fast. That's well dealt by Laporte, and we have to mount at least one more attack. And this time, the attack should be lethal. Ben Diaz, Rodri, Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, Riyad Mahrez. They're just doubling up on Mahrez, doubling up on City's wingers. Look at this. Yes, yes, City have scored. We have done it. Phil Foden, you beauty. This is what it means. Come on, come on. I just hope there's no war or something on it. We have done it. We have done it at last. We have managed to break the deadlock. This means a lot to us in terms of the title race. This means a lot to us in terms of this season. This means a lot to us in terms of the hard work we have done over the last 4 months in winning game after game, winning through those dark winters, winning through those windy, rainy days. What a goal! What a goal from Phil Foden. Now we should not lose our focus like we did against Spurs after that 2-2. All of the hard work we have done until now. Wow, this match is so tense. It's so tense. I think we just need to now keep the ball guard against the pace of Demari Gray, especially. Keep the ball well. I don't know why Ederson hit that ball. He should have just kept the ball better. No conceding set pieces, no corners, nothing right now. That's excellent goalkeeping from Ederson. Is it a handball? I just hope not. I don't think so. It's come on, it hits his shoulder. Come on, it hits its shoulder. And the arms are nearby him, right? The arms are to the side of Rodri. It's not that he's moving the arms towards the ball. Don't know what's happening here. But his arms are not towards the ball, moving towards the ball. It's offside. What is the referee still checking for? He's now confirmed it that it's offside. That was another goosebumps moment for me. Four more minutes to go, guys. Four more minutes. Plus, I know it will be a huge chunk of added time. The substitution for Everton, and who is he coming on? It's Anwar El Ghazi. I think Everton is now going to bombard City's box with all of the set pieces. This might be their plan B. Yes, just pass it back to Eddie. Pass it back to Ederson. Eddie, 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 Eddie. Yes. Let's kick it long. I think it's an Everton throw, and Phil Foden was wasting time a bit there. I think if he just gives yellow for wasting that much time, he should have given double red card to Richarlison for all of the time he's wasted till now. City's throw anyway. It's so tense out here. This is Demar Igren. We just should not allow the crosses to get into the box. I think that's where Ah, it's a corner. I think now, and this is not what City ideally want. We are not at all good at defending corners. That's very well defended, but the danger is not done. Can he play one of those long balls, long diagonals? I think City would prefer to keep the ball. That's well done into space. I mean, we get another goal and we can watch the last whatever added time with so much of peace. Otherwise, this is just eating me alive inside. How many minutes of added time is it? Wow, it's 5 minutes of added time. Could have been three or four had City not got the goal. Eddie, I mean, this is so tense. He just blasted it out. Why can't we just keep the ball, take it into a corner and yeah. We're just scrapping for everything here now. Eddie, just pick the bloody ball up. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, Eddie. Come on, Eddie. That is wonderful game management. I mean, now Everton are not taking even a second on free kick. See, Pickford is not taking any time. He just wants it fast, fast, fast. Every minute is seeming like it's 3 minutes. Sticking so slow. These are the kind of scrappy wins you have to fight out for if you want to win the league. Well, for a moment, I thought Demari Gray had the control of that ball, and he does have control of that ball. John Stones, Kyle Walker, what is happening with our right backs? Kyle Walker gave the ball away in that Spurs game, and now John Stones has given the ball away here. And the only saving grace was Harry Kane wasn't there. Otherwise, that would have been another goal, maybe. Each second is just like an era passing for me right now. Just press him, get the ball out, get the ball out. No, we can't get hold of the ball. That's a foul, and that's well done to John Stones. Really well done. He's bought a bit of time now. It's very well done to John Stones. Edison is just coming and complaining how much time Everton have wasted. Phil Ford in right place, right time. But there'll be more time added on for sure. Whatever, at least 2 more minutes. That is the tense part here. That's a pretty bad throw. Somehow we need to get, yes, that's very well cleared out. The ball's very well cleared out. 2 more minutes to go still. To all of that injury time. It's bloody tense. Ederson, Eddie, just catch the bloody ball. Yes. Eddie, just get up and get on with it because the referee will add on more and more time and it will just be adding on to our pressure. I think Ederson is genuinely hurt here. Everyone is tense. There'll be at least 2, 3 more minutes added on now. It's almost going towards a mini half of extra time. I don't know. It would have been interesting if that Rodriguez one was not offside. Would he have given it or not? That's a debatable thing, but the game's not over yet, so have those debates later. Someone just get hold of the bloody ball and keep it in the corner for 1, 2 minutes. Just take it into the bloody corner, Gabby. What the hell, Gabby? You just wasted some more time. Now I've lost count of time. How many minutes he'll add and all. Thinking at least 2 more minutes. Just kick it back to Ederson. Don't know why Ruben Diaz didn't choose that route. Kick it back to Ederson and then he kicks it and all. And the whistle's blown and the referee has blown the whistle and City have won it 1-0. It was a hard fought victory. It was a painful victory. It's a victory that showed us why we still deserve to be in this title race. It's a victory, but that reinstated our credentials to as to why we are in the title race. It's these kind of scrappy matches, not your 4-0 wins, 5-0 wins, 6-0 wins over Leeds, for example. That that show why you're worthy champions. It's matches like these where you have to scruff for each thing, where you have not played well, and yet you have to just dig in, believe in yourself, dig in, still believe in yourself, believe in your teammates, go on and on and on, even though you know that you're playing crap, you're playing shit, the system, the process, nothing is working. Still, you go on and on. That is the hallmark of champions. I mean, I remember matches against Burnley in the 2018-19 season. We won 1-0. We lost to Spurs in that late Sterling offside in the Champions League quarter final. And then again we had to play after Spurs after 3 days that weekend. It was the first game, a typical EPL scheduling, and uh, we won that game 1-0. I mean, a lot of we won that Leicester game 1-0 with that company goal. I think we won 4 or 5 games 1-0 actually in that run in that 2018-19 season from March to May. So we have to be strong here. I mean, it's after a long time that I'm seeing City scrap for something, because through these 4 months, 5 months, which we have been winning, we have been doing it majestically. Trump teams over 3-0, 4-0, relax. This is what is really required to win all of the big trophies. It is very well done. Now we have a 6 point lead over Liverpool. Okay, they have a game in hand, but still it's points on the table, so it's 6 point lead over Liverpool. Very well done, and a fantastic result for us. So enjoy the weekend. I was thinking it's the second Saturday in a row where we had Saturday night football, and the entire weekend would be ruined. Thinking about even a draw would feel like a defeat here. So just enjoy the weekend and very well done. We didn't play well, but still we dug in. That is the hallmark of champions. So this is today is the day when we have when we have reinstated why we are title champ, why we are worthy challenges, why we won't let our crown just slip away like this, why we will do everything in our strength to protect the crown. This is the challenge. This is an open challenge to Liverpool, I would say. What we have done today, dug it out from an almost impossible position, because Everton didn't look like conceding today. Anyway, see you all. I hope you've enjoyed a great game. Take care and enjoy the weekend.